I discovered I had cancer really surprisingly. I was at a routine physical and got rushed to the emergency room and advanced beyond everyone else because they were saying, you have a bad tumor, we need to operate on you today. And then that was taken care of, and then 6 months later it was back at a far more advanced stage and multiple tumors. I remember that second occasion kind of coming to terms with, okay, this is going to be a big part of my life. I'm going to enter chemotherapy. And I have 3 little boys, and I just thought, how do I share this with them? Because cancer is one of those diseases that I assumed that my 7 and 5-year-old had heard that word, and it was a scary word. And ultimately, I decided to just try to invite them into my journey entirely. I believed and believe that if I could let them see me really weak, it could shape them in a beautiful way. I was on a trip with my son, just me and him, to San Francisco, this amazing trip, when my hair began to fall out. When we got back, I had these big bald spots showing up on my head, and so I let my kids shave my head because I wanted them to be a part of it. I wanted them to have memories with my journey. And all along the way, we did things like that, just trying to mark moments of my deterioration, honestly. I think the fact that I invited them in made it a lot less scary because we talked about it honestly. What I hope that has done to them is made them more sensitive people with a deeper understanding. And I've actually seen my eldest has a friend whose father now has cancer, and he talked to me about it, and that he talked to that friend about it. And I think that's quite an advanced thing for a 7-year-old to do. And I'm really proud of him for that. So often we look at something like the cross and we think, how barbaric. How could that be the way that God would solve the human condition? And yet, if God really is a father, like he claims to be, then I wonder if the most loving act is to suffer and to invite his children into his weakness, trusting that it could make them more. Because what I know is that my boys are going to go through difficult things. They're going to face trials in their lives. And I hope that if I allow them to be with me in my weakness, it more equips them to journey through those things with dignity. And I wonder if that's part of what God was up to when he came in the form of Jesus and climbed onto a cross. If he was showing us how to face all that we face with dignity in a way that makes us more, not less.